Welcome back to Divine Stream Radio Artist Testimony, SVRCINA. Kiva Vins, pronounced Cecina, is widely embraced as a Christian artist, with songs like Flowers and Hummingbird becoming radio favourites. Lyrics, the lyrics to Hummingbird by Christian pop and electronic artist SVRCINA, describe a dizzying, weightless romance. The full lyrics are available on Spotify. The song focuses on themes of vibrant energy, romantic adrenaline, and a feeling of weightlessness, with key lyrics including chorus. And in the light, I feel my colours changing. When I'm with you, I feel my heart is racing the way you move. I want to keep on dancing it like a hummingbird. Verse 1 and 2. Highlights include liquid sugar, nothing better, when we're together lost in the glimmer light as a feather, and descriptions of a butterfly effect in the air. Outro repeats the refrain to keep on dancing like a hummingbird. In the United States, her career has unfolded differently, spanning cinematic pop releases, film and TV placements, and collaborations that sit well outside traditional faith-based spaces. Holding those two worlds together hasn't always been easy. I think one of the biggest challenges of doing mainstream and Christian at the same time is kind of honestly the sense of feeling like you can't. It's a tension many artists feel, but few articulate so plainly. For SVRCINA, that wasn't just about audience expectations, it was internal. For years, she wrestled with how to stay true to her faith, while also creating music that felt honest, current, and accessible beyond the walls of the church. Part of that meant rethinking how she communicated. A constant, regardless of what I've done, is that undercurrent of faith, just because that's who I am as a person, and sometimes having more honest language and talking about things that are just part of the human experience without some of the Christian vocabulary. That approach has allowed her to build a career that moves fluidly between spaces. Alongside her artist releases, she's become a sought-after songwriter in the film and TV world, with music placed across major platforms, including Netflix and ESPN, often reaching audiences who may never have encountered her through traditional Christian channels. It's been a deep desire of mine over the years to try to meet people where they're at. That idea of connection first, definition later has become central to how she sees her role as an artist. It's also why she's resisted the pressure to neatly categorize her work, even as her profile has grown within Christian music. In fact, her strong following in Australia has played an unexpected role in shaping that journey. After multiple tours, including dates alongside Danny Goki, she says the support of Australian Christian radio has helped open doors back in the United States, leading to collaborations with artists like Sarah Reeves and Torrin Wells. I really cannot overstate how much the community in Australia has impacted my life. That connection also led to one of the more unexpected moments of her career, collaborating with Darlene Zschech on a recording of Worthy is the Lamb, a full-circle experience for an artist whose music has long drawn from both personal faith and broad emotional themes. I can't describe what an honour that was and is, and her worship and music has been such a massive blessing and impacted my family for years. So to be able to be there is pretty crazy. I'm so grateful in the morning. The track marks are significant. First, despite years of writing worship privately, she says this is the first time she has released an original worship song, rather than signalling a shift away from her established sound. The song feels like a natural convergence of everything she's been building towards. Written during a quiet moment at the piano that reflects a simple meditative expression of faith, rooted in the idea of recognizing God's presence from the beginning to the end of each day. There's definitely a sense of stillness, so I hope when listeners hear it, like first and foremost, have an overwhelming sense of peace and just an awareness of God's presence. Looking ahead, she sees this as an expansion rather than a pivot. Her signature blend of alternative pop and cinematic textures will remain, but with a growing openness in how directly she expresses her faith. I think being an independent artist has definitely helped kind of having a sense of freedom to be able to just release music that is universal and that people can relate to, but also be honest about who I am and the hope that I found in Jesus in doing so. SVRCINA isn't just moving between categories, she's quietly challenging the idea that they were ever separate to begin with.